Hi all, welcome to my Team of the Week Moments free prediction video. This could go any which way, of course, as we've kind of evidenced by the first two that have dropped so far. Now obviously this is just a predictions and everyone's will be pretty much different, so gives you an idea of where people are kind of thinking about this. But if smash likes would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter at GIsALegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. And comment down below which potential Team of the Week moment squad you think it could be that we may see like past Team of the Week, or do you feel the one that we have nailed down is the one that we think could be happening. So as you can see, Lewandowski has featured for the second week in a row. We had him predicted last week and we had no success on this case. Now this Team of the Week is from Team of the Week 32 from FIFA 16. Now I hope we aren't going to get FIFA 19 and FIFA 18 quite a bit. The reason why I went FIFA 16 is because I'm trying to go stay around the kind of week frame that they're kind of going by. Like it was week 28, week 31, I know this is week 32. Like they could easily go in the middle with 29 or 30, but I can't necessarily see it. I've seen people suggest like that it could be a week for Messi or Ronaldo, but the reason why we've gone with this is just due to who features, and we'll kind of break it down from there. So Lewandowski is their main rated player, 94 rated. Obviously if his headliners will go to 96 rated. Now Aguero is probably going to drive a few folk mad because he has so many special cards. He's got obviously his player of the month, he's got a scream and just about every other special card type kicking about. So fundamentally if a Team of the Week moments happens, people aren't really going to be overly excited for it, but I suppose it just adds another special card to his repertoire. Then Benzema, obviously he has an 89 rated Team of the group stage card, that will do a 90. So that's not too bad, still not usable sadly. You kind of need like 99 pace, 99 shot, 99 physical I think to even make him remotely usable I think, but it is what it is. Now Pogba is the big talking point. Could Pogba happen? Now the reason why we are going this Team of the Week is because of Pogba, but also because of like Lewandowski and who else features. Now Pogba, a lot of people are predicting for a FUT birthday card, whether it be as Team 2 or an SBC. Whatever happens regardless, he may happen over this week as a special card regardless, whether it be as a Team of the Week moments or a FUT birthday. We're just covering our backs going that way, so we're at least thinking Team of the Week moments is a logical shout. So 89 rated and generally plus ones, plus twos maybe across the board for him. Whether he happens or not is a different matter, but we will see regardless. Almost 89 rated, still not quite as good as the flashback, but even then this version isn't exactly, this one's just like prime SBC fodder. That's pretty much all that's going to become if you pack him from like your FUT Champs rewards. Alejandro Gomez goes in line with his like road to the final card, or near enough to that I believe, so it'll be slightly weaker than it I would imagine, but still it's deserved a spot. Now Icardi, this is another reason why we've gone with this Team of the Week, is because Icardi has not got any special cards other than his obviously the UCL card that everyone gets if you're in the UCL, and then he also has a one to watch card. He has not gained an inform yet, despite some performances this season where you thought he might have. This is the time to potentially maybe finally give him a special card, and obviously if he gets a Team of the Week moments, then this would get the one to watch would see a boost in return. Then you have Pedro, Danilo Pereira, I'm jumping the gun there of João Pedro. But Danilo Pereira, his would be a position change. When he got the inform, it was a centre back, and he would go from CDM to centre back. Doesn't really make him much more usable, but I suppose it helps for SBCs due to his rating, I would imagine. João Pedro, second inform would technically be for him because he already has an inform which is an 81, so he would go to an 84. And actually looks not too bad. 4-star is what he has. I've actually been using him a little bit when I was doing some of the objectives over the last few days. Lascelles is would go from 78 to an 82. Sadly he's not had an inform this FIFA. I think he had one last FIFA, or he seems to near enough get an inform like every FIFA anyway. This would be this week, and it would help obviously from an EPL perspective. Same for Buffal, he got an inform when he was at Lille. This is when this was given, and he'd just be an 81 rated. Nothing special about him, but just joins the legion of wingers that get an inform in kind of FIFA. Really seem to be like left wing, right wing, winger central for special cards this FIFA, even last FIFA, but we just have to work with it regardless. Now for subs, and I would say subs and reserves, now the biggest problem is this team of the week is missing quite a few players, mainly Raggy. He's no longer in FIFA. Then we also do not have a Fogu, we do not have Alex Revel, Samuel Eto'o, Marcus Berg or Diego Alves, so you're kind of hit quite hard. It's mostly subs and reserves that's been hit quite hard, but regardless we have to work with it and just hope and pray that it gives us what we want. So Gomez is an 81 rated inform, team of the week moments, whatever you wish to call it, so that's what he would go to, and isn't obviously going to be the most appealing card in the world, but I suppose you just have to work with what you get. Junuzovic obviously now plays for Salzburg. When he got the inform, he was at Werder Bremen. It's pretty much 70 plus club card, and some decent-ish stats in some departments. Easy enough to apply like a shadow and can make him even more usable, but he's not exactly a card that's going to be screaming out to go into your team. Vincent Janssen, way back when he was in Holland, he was scoring goals for fun, and obviously he went to Spurs, didn't kind of do much for them, and now plays in Mexico. So this inform would obviously go to an 81 team of the week moments, but you just got to accept what you get. Obviously it's not exactly the most appealing card in the world, but I suppose there's a lot worse out there. Renato Stefan, the Wolfsburg winger, he joins the position changes as well. When he starts as a base card as right winger, he was given as a left mid, so not the best, not the worst, but I suppose it's just a pity because it could have helped handily for those that use Mbabu. Gives an extra link, but obviously a lot of folk kind of rely on the Akanji Mbabu link. Then you've got Hemed, he obviously now plays for Charlton, formerly of Brighton, and just helps like the EFL options, I suppose. Like not majorly high rated, but you just have to, I suppose when you look at it, it's not the worst kind of like bench as it were, because it could have been a lot worse. And then Berge, the Norwegian centre back, he was a 72 rated when he got this, and he would go, it shows how dramatically different the boosts are these FIFAs, and he would go 77 rated. So it's 17 players is where we're at for this potential team of the week. Could, like, if I was to say, as if we've said, could we see another, like, what kind of like team of the weeks would I try it again? What other team of the weeks could we fundamentally think that could be dropping? Like, I've seen people predict FIFA 18s, FIFA 19s, and it's usually ones that involve, it's been ones that involve Messi or Ronaldo. That's pretty much the consensus, and I'm like, the biggest problem is there's no guarantee that even if they did have Ronaldo or Messi, that they are like a given to happen. That's what you've got to remember. Like, I would say, looking at it, if they're going to go a different way altogether, they may go one where I've seen it's like ones where it's like Podolski or Ronaldo, and you try and scratch your head at saying to yourself, could that really happen? Could it not? Like, the only other ones that I realistically think they could go for from a, say, a FIFA 18 perspective could be like Team of the Week 31. The reason being because of like Douglas, like because some of the cards that are getting picked, like Douglas Costa for example, like with Ramsey, he could be a reason, but it's hard to fundamentally say. But end of the day, they are just predictions. We are just trying to guess where they're going to go. And in all honesty, if the marquee like 5 or 6 are Lewandowski, Aguero, Benzema, Pogba, Hummels, and even a left wing Alejandro Gomez, like, yes, it's a position change from his cam because it was given as a left wing, it's still fairly usable, I'd imagine, like, for people. But we'll see what happens. This, as I said, this is just our predictions for Wednesday. We could be right, we could be wrong, time will tell. Obviously, because there's 17 cards, I'd imagine we'll they're wanting a team of the week that's maybe got a bit more than 18. But we'll see what happens, folks. Let me know, as I said, in the comments down below what you think could happen. Smash the likes, always, sub to the channel if you're new, and catch me all later.